Hi, welcome to Miss Annette's Little Farm in the big city. We're going to be spending some time in the garden today. We have some harvesting to do and some planting to do. Before we get started on the garden, I have something I want to talk to you about. Actually, I have a lot of things to talk to you about. I have so much on my mind right now. But I wanted to talk to you about what happened here on the little farm the other night. I forgot to secure the paddock, the duck paddock, and we lost one of our ducks. We lost Clovey. I'm not really quite sure what animal got her, but they managed to get her out of the coop, and we found her the next morning. It's been really hard because these little animals depend so much on me to not make any mistakes like that. And I did. So it's been a really tough couple of days for me. But I just wanted you to know. And the reason I'm telling you is because so much here on the little farm revolves around the animals, and I didn't want you to, well, where's the other duck? Right now in the garden, there are a few things, and I have been so busy this summer, and it's only towards the end of June, the beginning of July. So you think summer just started, but it has been so busy, and I'm getting so far behind on everything. One of the things that I did, it's a big mistake, I let the garlic and the onions sit too long. I should have harvested them when the garlic, the brown leaves on the bottom of the garlic were just starting to show. Instead, I let it get all brown. And the onions, I shouldn't have let them flower because you want them to have a long shelf life. You want to be able to take them down to your cellar or your pantry or wherever you're going to keep your vegetables. You want them to last a long time. My goal is to be able to plant some of the things that we use on a regular basis and plant enough of that so that during the winter time I am not having to go to the store. I'm working towards more food resiliency here on the little farm. And there's a lot of reasons for that. A lot of reasons for succession gardening, a lot of reasons for food resiliency, and a lot of that has to do with the state of things the way they're going right now. I am not trying to get political at all. This is not political at all. This is just what I'm hearing from other homesteaders, other farmers, other gardeners. The price of gas has gone up high. That is going to affect everything. Right now, things are pretty steady. Things are getting higher, but they're pretty steady. Next year is when we're going to start feeling that. We're going to start feeling that food insecurity. We're going to start seeing some shortages. We're going to start feeling a little bit more uncomfortable. Right now, we can still go to the grocery store and get just about everything we need. Next year, it's predicted that it's going to be a lot harder on all of us. That's one of the reasons this year I felt that I should be more intentional with my gardening. Now these garlic should be fine. So I'm going to pull them all out, and then I'm going to have to dry them. I am very proud of my onion harvest. Whew. Now, these cloves of garlic are very small. They're super tiny. I didn't buy the cloves specifically to plant. I just bought these cloves from the grocery store and stuck them in the ground. And they will not get any bigger than the actual clove that I bought them. So some of them are a little bit bigger than others, and some of them are really super tiny, because I sometimes use the cloves that are too tiny to really use to cook with, because they're so tiny you don't really get a whole lot of meat on it, and I use those, I stick those in the ground. So that's why my cloves are really pretty small. I just don't like to waste those little tiny cloves, and sometimes it's just not worth the whole effort of peeling garlic and doing that. I stick them in the ground. And some of them are a little bit bigger than others, but this is going to be okay because it's just the two of us, me and Mr. Steve, and if we have to use a couple of these to cook, it'll be okay. We'll be fine. But I'm really excited. I thought this was a pretty good harvest. I'm going to set these here for right now. I have my seeds in this metal box. I keep it dry and I keep it in the fridge. Why? Because I do. Because I'm extra, I guess. So these are my seeds. I have onion seeds in here even. And most of my seeds that I realize are for cold weather crops or for hot weather, which I should have already had in the ground, like these peppers. They should have already been seeded. And then I have some others that are going to have to wait till cold weather, and I did already plant my sunflowers, so hopefully they'll come up. What I'm getting at is that when I went to the store to find some seeds for this time of year to plant, I had very specific things in mind. I wanted some summer lettuce, and I wanted something else to grow. So I researched, and green beans were a good thing to grow. We don't usually eat green beans here, but I think we're going to do this. They're easy to grow, easy to harvest, and easy to can. And that's what I'm looking for, things that I can can. I used to eat green beans a lot when I was a kid, so I imagine that I'll probably enjoy eating them again. So that's what I'm going to plant where I have my garlic. I got these seeds at the library. We have access to seeds through the library, but even the library the seed library at the library was looking pretty thin. One of the things that I need to do is I need to be more intentional as I'm planting my garden. I have a calendar, a paper calendar that I use for everything. I use it for all my appointments, for editing videos, filming videos. I have everything on my calendar. I need to start using that calendar when I'm planting that month and the seeds that I need to start collecting. Now this winter, I had found some winter seeds because the only seeds that were left at the store were cold weather crops. I get those for my fall. So I have some fall seeds that I need to start planting indoors so that come September I can bring them outside. Let's go ahead and plant these beans. I wonder if you can plant pinto beans. We eat a lot of pinto beans. Do you know? We'll try. All right, Barky Bark. Oh, just so you know, Brownie is doing really well. we're doing some training, and I'm going to do a video on that in a few weeks, I think. It's on the schedule to show you what Brownie's been going through with his farm training, going from a city stray to a farm dog. Okay, Brownie, I gotta get to work. Days, 65 days, 60 days. So yeah, these will take a while to start growing. So the broccoli here, and then the cabbage in the next row. See what happens. Alright. Half an inch, 18 inches apart. Now that I have the garden planted and everything harvested, it's time for me to dry out the garlic. I'm showing you this. This is from last year's crop. I still have some garlic left from last year. Now some of it's kind of squishy and not in very good shape, and then some of it is still okay and we can still use it. I just braided it and dried it downstairs in the basement where it's cool and dry. The onions, I can sit out in the sun and let them dry. The garlic, you don't put it out in the sun because the sun can actually cook the garlic, and you don't want that to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and braid my garlic. And I don't do it perfectly, but I do the best I can. Oh, little onions. It's okay. These are the best onions that I've ever grown, which means I'm learning. I'll just keep getting better and better. Brownie loves to be carried around like a baby. Oh dear, you're not getting spoiled, are you? Just like every other creature here on the little farm. What did you think? Personally, I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm pretty proud that I grew the onions and the garlic all by myself. I put it in the ground, and took care of it, and I harvested it from the ground. I knew where it came from beginning to end. I think you should try that too. I think you should try growing something. I really do. There's a lot of satisfaction in it. Thank you for visiting Miss Annette's little farm in the big city. Make sure you get outside today. And we'll see you next time. Bye!